The number of U.S. troops on the ground in Afghanistan has, of course, gone down dramatically, but the fight does continue from the air.
The U.S. launching several airstrikes this week to help Afghan forces defend themselves against the Taliban, a group that is claiming even more territory as we speak tonight. Let's give you some perspective. This was the situation in April. The red representing the Taliban, gray, the Afghan government, orange is contested area. And you can see here there's a few areas of Taliban control, a lot of contested area. Now, fast forward to today, and you can see how much more red is on that map. The Taliban controlling half of all the districts, according to the U.S. Army's top general. And that is adding to the concern over whether U.S. troops should be leaving Afghanistan. Allison Harris is live for us in D.C. tonight. Allison, how long before the U.S. troops are out?
Well, Marty, the Secretary of Defense at the Pentagon this week said that is on track to be complete. The drawdown of U.S. troops in Afghanistan on track to be completed by the end of August, before the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And even as the withdrawal of troops is near completion, the U.S. is still launching airstrikes in Afghanistan, trying to help the Afghan forces there. The U.S. military says it's not abandoning Afghans, launching airstrikes against the Taliban, which has captured control of about half the country, but not yet the capital. The airstrikes taking out Taliban military equipment like artillery and vehicles, equipment that was stolen from the Afghans. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin reiterating that the U.S. military remains committed to helping Afghanistan and Afghan interpreters, first helping those who already have visas being processed.
You've seen that we'll be hosting the first group of Afghans on Fort Lee in Virginia. We expect them to arrive soon, and most likely will stay there only for a short while as they complete their parolee paperwork.
But an Afghan interpreter has reportedly been beheaded by the Taliban, and others fear they're being hunted down while they wait for help.
If they don't give us the chance of visa, so it's clear that 100% we are dying every time, every day. Just they want to kill us. We want to survive.
Do I trust the Taliban? No.
The White House has vowed sustained help during this drawdown as unpromising negotiations are underway between the Afghan government and the Taliban.
And we believe a political solution is the only outcome to lasting peace in Afghanistan.
And there will be some U.S. troops that remain in Afghanistan even after this complete withdrawal, even after the end of August. One of the things that they'll be doing there is helping with any counterterrorism operations as issues arise, if there are any. Marnie?